There is a lot of confusion around what to do to lose weight after 40, and rightfully so, because what works for women in their 20s is not the same as what works once your hormones are out of whack. So in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly what has worked for over 6,000 of my clients as a professional nutritionist with thousands of success stories, all helping them lose that stubborn arm and belly fat without counting calories. So let's dive into the most common questions and the answers you need to start seeing results as soon as possible. First question, how much protein should you be eating in a day? You don't have to worry about protein at all. Literally, not even a little bit. Like, even an apple has protein in it. Literally everything has protein in it. I'm not talking about like some protein injected apple. I'm talking about regular old pure sugar apples. Everything is made up of protein. It's literally the building blocks of life. What you don't have to worry about when it comes to losing body fat is protein, macronutrients, or calories. That is a complete waste of time if you are an intelligent woman and you understand the number one reason why women can't lose weight is inflammation. And you know this is true because you could eat healthy all day and the next day you're up in weight. Do you think you accidentally ate more food than you actually consumed? No, that doesn't make sense. You know, if you just ate salads all day, you can't break the laws of thermodynamics. It is not calories in versus calories out for the vast majority of weight gain and weight loss for women. The vast majority of it is inflammation in the form of cellular fire. So, how much protein does a woman actually need to eat? It doesn't matter. What does matter is you eat more food the way it looks in nature. And if you are going to be getting protein sources, then you just try to get closer and closer to nature. My personal favorite way for women to get this in would be meat off the bone. If you absolutely have to pick something, eggs work really well, tofu, it doesn't matter though. What matters is you lose the body fat in a really freaking easy way. And you do that by eating more anti-inflammatory foods and not worrying about protein. Second question, which supplements actually help women lose weight and balance their hormones naturally? That is a great question to ask because the answer to this is it depends on your answer to this one question. If you take supplements and they make you feel better and you are also willing to take that same supplement for the rest of your life, then keep doing it. For everyone else, if you want to find the solution without taking supplements, don't start taking supplements and getting on and off of them. What really matters when women are trying to lose weight in the easiest possible way is they don't go on and off of supplements constantly. If you are gonna take supplements, take them all for the rest of your life. If you want to learn how to be successful without them, don't take them because they're not gonna help you lose weight anyway. I understand some women feel a lot better if they take ashwagandha or they take some magnesium, L-threonate before bed or whatever it might be. There's so many freaking supplements that exist. Even protein powders can work for some women. It's pretty rare though that you can take something and it'll actually make a meaningful difference in your weight loss. What really messes you up though is getting on or off of them because they're changing your physiology. They're changing your hormonal balance. Hormones are balanced on prediction. They are not balanced because of the supplement. So if you are going to take it, just be willing to take that same amount for the rest of your life. But I wouldn't recommend any supplement at all because really you can get it through natural whole food sources. Even fish oil. Just eat fish at least once a week. You can do it really, really easily if you just know what you're doing and you spend a little bit of time researching which foods you should eat. Which, spoiler alert, is a wide variety of colors and shades, at least 7 a day, and you want to get at least 21 in the week. It is very simple to do because you can get multicolored fruits and vegetables. You can eat a wide variety of different foods that actually get you everything that you need. It's really not that hard. Question 3, what about hormone replacement therapy or HRT? My view on HRT after looking at the research is that it works the most effectively for women that have very severe menopausal symptoms, specifically hot flashes and night sweats. That's where it seems to have the biggest benefit. And you have to think of HRT very similar to supplements. If you want to find the solution while taking HRT, that's fine. If you want to find the solution without it, that's also fine. Just know that whatever solution you find will only work as long as you keep taking it. So if you're going to be on this, that's a decision between you and your doctor. It really wouldn't matter to me, for my personal clients that I work with. What really matters is going on or off of it, because that's how you change your hormonal balance naturally, is that transitionary period. It's not so much being on it or being off of it. It is transitioning from being on or off to on. That's what matters when it comes to losing weight, so just stay really consistent to keep those hormones balanced. Question 4, what is my view on seed oils? And I'm not going to tell you my personal view, I'm going to tell you what the research says and what I've seen actually help women lose weight. So, if you look at all the research on seed oils, it is way more than abundantly clear that seed oils have no impact on inflammation. If anything, they might reduce inflammation if you were to swap out saturated fats for seed oils specifically. So it's not that seed oils themselves cause inflammation. What is causing inflammation and what is really messing people up is they think that you have something called arachidonic acid, which is something that will be converted to something that causes inflammation in women, but in reality, that doesn't really happen. That's a big fancy way of saying that it's not actually the fact that they are seed oils that's causing it. What is really the problem is that you're eating a lot of liquid fat in your diet. If you have a lot of liquid fat, like eating deep fried foods, you're gonna get fat. If you get fat, those fat cells, that is what's causing the inflammation. So it's like you're looking at the wrong order consequence. There's first, second, and third order consequences to decisions you make. It's not that you're eating seed oils, it's that you're having deep fried food. It's that you're putting liquid fat on your food, having a whole bunch of calories, and getting fat from it, and that's causing the inflammation. Number 5, what about Ozempic or other GLP-1 agonists? My view on these is, once again, I don't care if you're on it or off it. Personally, I've worked with, over 6,000 women. Many of them have tried Ozempic because the average weight loss in the first 10 months of taking Ozempic is only 11 pounds of body fat, but the average weight loss of a woman that joins my full program, without counting calories, is over 40 pounds their first year. Why is my success rate so much higher? Is because I'm taking an individualized approach. My biggest gripe with Ozempic or other GLP-1 agonists is that they have a lot of symptoms and they're not as effective for actually fixing the root cause issue. If you're going to be taking it, once again, do not care. That's a decision between you and your doctor. What really matters is that if you're going to be taking it, you have to say, I want to take this for the rest of my life. If you want to find the solution with it, then take it. If you don't want to find the solution with it, then don't take it. You want to find what works for you. There are a lot of different side effects that happen, namely nausea, and the fact that when you're losing weight, a lot of it can be not fat. It is actually going to be something called lean tissue, which is like muscle and bone density, which is not something I'm okay with women doing. So personally, I would not take it. I would not have anyone in my family take it. I would never personally recommend a client take it. But that being said, it is a decision between you and your doctor. You have to be your advocate for your health. Don't let some guy on the internet, I understand I'm a professional nutritionist, and I would love to say that you can trust me, but you are an individual. You make up your own mind for your life. What matters is that if you are gonna take it, you have to say, I'm gonna commit to taking this forever. That's really what matters, because going on or off of these drugs is what messes up a woman's hormonal balance. You have messed up hormonal balance, you're not gonna be able to lose weight or keep it off in a sustainable way. That being said, if you do take any of these, in order to prevent that bone density and that muscle loss, you really want to be cramming the protein into your mouth, and you want to be doing strength training on a regular basis. Strength training will create mechanical tension that'll help preserve your muscle. The protein will help preserve it even more, because really you're just going to be essentially starving yourself of nutrients, reaching a nutrient deficit, your hair starts falling out, your nails get brittle. I don't want that to happen, so go very high protein, work out really hard, and then do your best. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's also okay. Don't feel bad if you take it or if you don't take it. What matters is that you make that decision because you are your advocate. Like, I have women in my own program that want to take Ozempic and they keep taking it, and that is totally fine. Or they join my program because they want to get off of it. That is also fine. What matters is that you find your solution because it's what you want to do. So if you want to find the solution with it, take it. If you want to find the solution without it so you don't have to take it the rest of your life, try that instead. Question 6 is, what is the link between coffee, cortisol, and belly fat? This one is super interesting. So remember how I was saying that women's hormonal systems work on prediction? If you were to have a stimulant like coffee, that is going to increase your energy producing hormones like cortisol. And that's what it should do. And that's a good thing. But it is not a good thing if you are doing it randomly. If you are randomly doing something, you are messing up your hormonal balance. And what happens if you mess up your hormonal balance? You're going to gain something called cortisol belly. That's where you're primarily gaining weight in your midsection. You want to make sure that you keep your cortisol in check. How do you do that? You want to make sure that if you do have coffee, you have it at the same time 7 days per week. That means even if you normally don't drink coffee in the morning on the weekends, start drinking it in the morning. What really matters is that you always do it at the same time 7 days a week. And this isn't just coffee. This is any stimulant at all. So if you have it in the morning, you have it at lunch, whatever it might be. And the next thing you want to worry about is just not having more than 100 milligrams of caffeine at a time. Otherwise, you risk something called adrenal fatigue, and then you're just freaking exhausted all the time. Like, you can literally have a cup of coffee and go right to bed. And that is not normal. That's how you know that you've messed up your whole hormonal system, and you really should just go off of caffeine for at least 5 days to reset, and then go back to it, and the caffeine will actually work again. But more importantly, you never want to have more than 100 milligrams at a time, and you want to make sure you have it at the same time every single day to avoid getting that big bloated cortisol belly. Number 7, do you have any list of anti-inflammatory foods or anti-obesity foods? Yes, I do. I have a list of over 100. It's my very first YouTube video that I have on my channel. I literally list out an entire anti-inflammatory protocol a woman could follow for free. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, watch that first video, and I can even send you that full list of over 100. There is a link in the description of that video where you just put in your name, put in your first name, put in your email address, and I'll send you the full list and the protocol, and it will have a full video walkthrough of exactly how to do it. So if you want the list, you can have it. Just go to my YouTube channel, go to that first video. Next question is, what is the best exercise for women? Is it a rebounder? Is it a vibration plate? Is it doing weight training? What is it? All right, so I've worked with a metric crapload of women, and we actually make our own data-driven decisions inside of my program, and this one is really interesting because we've had different workout programs that we've tested over time, but there is one that is by far the most effective workout for women. It's like, put this workout at number 1, and then put number 2 like down here, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, it is like heads and shoulders above everything else, and that is walking outside. Outside walks will help you get vitamin D, which will help reduce inflammation naturally. It's gonna activate the muscle pump inside your calf muscles, which will help to process inflammation faster to get rid of any inflammation you already have. It is going to lower your stress hormones, cortisol, because it's going to metabolize them. It's actually going to use those energy-producing hormones, and walking outside helps to increase your insulin sensitivity, which means as you go for walks, you start to permanently release less insulin. Walking, by far, is the best exercise. That being said, you still want to do weight training at least twice a week to maintain your muscles, maintain that bone density, so you can get smaller and stronger. But walking, by far, the most effective. Next question is, how do you get rid of insulin resistance naturally so you can lower your A1C and your overall blood sugar and insulin levels? That is such a freaking awesome question. I would love for you to reach this balance without having to take any type of medication, or if you're on them, I'd love for you to get off of them, because this is something that is very solvable for many women. And that is to just start eating a lot more anti-inflammatory whole fruits. Remember way back when I said I have a full list of it? It's my first video on my YouTube channel. Go watch that. Eat those fruits. You start to lower your insulin levels. You rip that toxic visceral fat off of your liver and your pancreas, and you permanently start to lower your insulin response. There's not a food on the planet that is more effective for helping women lose that body fat than whole fruits. Once again, the list is free. Go find it. The last question is, why do I say that women don't have to worry about protein when they want to lose weight? This is such a good question, because you go online and you always hear the conventional wisdom and the advice that says, you gotta eat more protein. It's the optimal way of losing weight. If this was truly the optimal way of losing weight, all women would be skinny. The fact is, you can't do what you did before. Protein shakes and all just jamming protein and everything is needed for an anabolic state. It's needed for getting bigger and stronger. If you want to get smaller and stronger, you don't have to worry about protein at all. My biggest gripe with protein is that eating high protein diets just is not effective for losing body fat and keeping it off. Why? Because it's hard to track calories. It's hard to count your macros. It's hard to make sure you always have enough protein for the optimal workout. Like, the problem with a lot of women is they're just too freaking smart. You know way too much about nutrition. You know how vital protein is, but that is not helping you lose the weight. Do you know what is worse than not hitting your protein goals? It's being overweight. It's being morbidly obese, as in you are literally cutting a decade off of your life just by having that excess fat on your body, plus you're not feeling comfortable and confident in your skin. You don't want to have all that inflammation. You don't want to not feel good about yourself when you're by yourself. Don't worry about protein if you're trying to lose weight. What you do need to do is just do what is really freaking easy. The easy way of losing weight is the only way you should lose weight, because if you lose weight the easy way, it is easy to maintain that weight loss. That is exactly what I help women in my full program do. If you are interested in learning more about what I do, I have a whole masterclass. I also teach it for free. I'll put the link in the description, or you can just message me info and I'll send you more information. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me. Love you. See you next time.